Hi everybody. So I'm just leaving work. I'm covering shifts this weekend. But anyway, the reason that I'm making this video, not like I need to say reasons why, but is because I just left work, and the person that trained me, like, I get to see him today. Like, obviously he trained me on the shifts that I cover, like, or I work usually, so I don't get to see him. But I got to see him today. And like, he comes in earlier when he finds out that I'm working, I think, anyway. Because then we get to talk, and like, when he comes in, like, whatever, there's usually drama in the office and whatnot, but we get to talk, and so we get to talk to about some things. And today, like, it was just, he was saying something, like, I was like, bye, I'll see you soon, and like, I'm really bubbly and really friendly and everything, for the most part, right? Like, obviously, we got to take into factor of, like, my mental illness and whatnot, too. Like, I'm not always well, right? And so, anyway, as I was leaving, he was like, oh yeah, unfortunately for you, you'll see me again soon. And I was like, but it just makes me realize that, like, you know, so many people feel so poorly about themselves, you know, and like, for me, it's always a pleasure to see my coworker, well, some of my coworkers, but most of them, right? Oh fuck, there's a police officer. Anyway, but like, I am so grateful to see this guy, because it's always so good. Like, there's no drama attached to him, right? There's other people that like would go into work and like they go, like, it's just, you know, I'm looking at one of the tow truck driver's numbers on a license plate ahead of me. And he bought me my coffee. It's not coffee, it's tea, guys. I haven't drank coffee in almost a month now, I think. But you know, he bought me my tea and everything, and I mean, I usually buy him coffee, but anyway, he ooh, that's a nice outfit. Yeah, and this got me thinking about other things. Like, I know I'm on this different journey right now, like, things are changing again, and it's going back to the way that things were supposed to be, right? Like, it's been almost a year since my mental breakdown, and I left the last tow company that I worked for. But, you know, it's because things are going good, right? And usually when things are going good, I'm looking for things to fall apart. But it's like, I have this new mentality growing, and it's like, maybe things weren't falling apart. Maybe things were falling together. Maybe things weren't meant for me needed to leave my life, because everything that was truly meant for me was coming into play, right? I needed to appreciate, like, all this other stuff. Like, I was sitting there last week, and I was sitting in front of my mirror, and like, I have a big mirror in my living room. And I was sitting in front of this mirror, and I was touching my body. Like, I walk, okay, I'll be honest. I walk around my house, I'm always generally honest, but like, I'll be very upfront. That's a better word for it. I'm always naked in my house. I live alone, right? I'm sure my cats don't mind. They're in their fur all the time. And I live in my apartment, and just faces like trees. So I'm always walking around my house naked. And anyways, and I was sitting there, and I was rubbing my body, like my skin and everything, and I'd realized how much I've grown to loathe myself, and how much I've grown to hate, like literally grown to like hate the skin that I'm in. And it's like, why? Well, I've been looking at a lot of influencers and things like that on social media, and like, not body positive influencers, like just like people that like alter their images, or, you know, like they do this, or they promote body positivity, but they get all these surgical enhancements and everything. And like, where I'm not opposed to that. If that's what you want to do to make yourself feel better, then that's fine, but be honest about it. Don't say like, oh, this is a non-edited picture, but it's been heavily photoshopped, you know, like things like that. And it made me realize that, like, I'd been comparing myself to others. You know, no wonder I didn't feel good. I was hating myself. Now, the thing is that this is the only body I'm ever going to have in this life, you know, and as Sarah Curtin, you know. Why the fuck am I going to hate it? You know, this body has literally kept me alive during my drug addiction, my alcoholism, all my trauma, all my abuse, everything that I've gone through, and all the triumphs too, you know. It got me to have that victory of that marathon. It got me to have the victory of the half marathons. Oh my God, it got me to my first year cake. It got me to my second year cake. It got me to my re-cake. It's helping me get to my next cake. Like, it's helping me, like, oh my God, all the beautiful things I get to do, you know, when I snuggle with my kitties. Like, you think my cats care about my weight? No. And on top of that, do you really think that that is sending a good message to all the girls, like all my nephew's friends or things like that look up to me and things like that? Like, that's not sending a body positive message. saying that I'm not gonna like myself because I have a couple extra pounds. Why? Because I had to go on medication to help my mental health, and that made me gain a bit of weight? No, I would rather have mental stability, have a little bit of extra weight, than be crazy as fuck to look like people that are editing their pictures that don't even look like their pictures. No, I don't think so. And that's the tea. No, just kidding. But no, it's true, right? Like, no, I wanted to, and what happened here was I got an ambassador, like, gig, right? And so, I mean, it's not like they were paying me. It's not a paid sponsorship. That will come. I know that will with my running and whatnot. But, because I've already got offered to be sponsored from the first tow company that I worked for. But, for my running and whatnot. But they, the other one was, this ambassador gig, and they were saying like, yeah, like, here, go do this and that. And so when I went to go order the clothes and stuff, their XL, like their extra large, was actually only a women's size 10. Tell me that's not an extra large. Like, an extra large to me, I'm an extra large, and I'm proud of it because I have hips, I have curves, I have things that are never gonna go away. It's called bone structure. I've been a medium before when I was in my 20s, Oh, sorry, I was a small too when I was heavily addicted to crystal meth. Maybe I'll get there again with weightlifting and bodybuilding and all that kind of stuff that I am encouraged by, that I love, right? Now, but if you're telling me that me as a size 14 is not an XL, that's wrong. Be consistent across the board. Like, I'm a size 14 and I'm a triple XL. No. That's actually shaming people. Or a double zero. Like, it just, be the consistent sizes across the board and realize that you're putting body dysmorphia and all these things that are going to make women and little girls like cut themselves and hurt themselves and do all this other shit just because you want to make your brand do this and that. So I removed myself from that because it made me realize the message that I want to send to women and the things like the platform and the powerful and all this kind of stuff that I have behind the things that I do. Dude, I have, like, my friend told me the other day, she's like, well, you're so confident. I was like, me confident? No, I'm not. I just know that like, when I'm dying, I don't want to regret not wearing that outfit. I don't want to care about what that person thought because I wanted to wear this, because it doesn't matter. It's my body. It's what I want to do with it. And I absolutely love the clothes that I wear. I don't follow trends. I'm stylish. There's a big difference, right? And that's the difference, is that's why I'm comfortable in the clothes that I wear. And my friends say I'm confident. It's because I don't follow what's on the screen. Like, yeah, I'll follow on like what's trending kind of thing, but I'll try my twist on it. There's a difference between being trendy and stylish here. And this is the thing, is because trends come and go. Style lasts forever. And our style is classic, and it's to us, And so, like, that's the thing. Like, this dress, I've had this dress since 2013 probably, maybe 2011, maybe, I don't even know. That's the thing, but it's classic. It doesn't go out of style, same as the things like all these certain things will come and go, right? But the thing is that true beauty lasts forever, and that comes from our hearts. You can't say whatever. I won't be looking back and like, oh my god, I can't believe I wore that, because it's something that's just naturally me, right? And that's the thing. Like, I don't ever say, like, I mean, I'll think those things, like how my dispatch there, how he had said to me, like, oh, unfortunately, you'll be seeing again. I used to say those things, that's self-deprecating, but it's like, no, I want everybody that, somebody told me something a long time ago, and it said, always leave everybody that you leave, make sure you leave them feeling a little bit better about themselves, right? Because how you leave people, they remember that, right? Like, most of my coworkers that I work with, that was like one of the first jobs that I had was at Coquitlam Towing, and most of the people that I talk to there, they still talk to me, and they remember how people won't remember what you said, but they will always remember how you made them feel, right? It's so funny, because go back to 2010, Sarah, and you'd be like, who the fuck is this bitch? And you know what, guys? The only thing I have to thank for that is the fact that I got my life together and I'm sober and everything else. And I'm just loving my life right now. Like literally, like I stop and think about it, and it sometimes makes me tear up and cry, because it's like, I shouldn't have this. I shouldn't be here, you know, and I just have to say thank you. Like when I want to walk out of my job because it's stressful, I'm like, what am I going to go back to? Selling my ass? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but what would it be, right? And it's like, of course I don't have a problem telling people, like I do really appreciate seeing these people. There's some people that I don't want to see at my work, but I get through it, right? And it's like, that's life. Like I have normal life problems now. Like how fucked up is that? Do you know, before my own problem was I had to make sure I got to my dealer before they went to bed, had to make sure that I got to the liquor store so I didn't have to pay all those extra fees calling Carlitos, or making sure that I look good at 4 o'clock in the morning meeting Carlitos, because, you know, I had to make sure that the drivers would hit on me to make myself feel better. Because I did call them, of course I did. Or Night Flight. What was the other one? The one downtown roadside. But anyway, all those, like I have human, real, natural, like normal people problems now. Like I'm grateful for the problems, you know. I always tell my friends this. I'm like, if those are all my problems in life now, I'm doing pretty fucking good, right? There was a time in my life when my biggest problem was I couldn't stop drinking or using, and I wanted to take my own life to get rid of them. So, you know, life ain't doing too fucking bad, right? So guys, I hope this helps somebody. And you know what, guys? Love ourselves for everything that we are, and work on all the... Sure, buddy. Sure, in your little fucking Chevy Volt. Anyway. Love ourselves for everything that we are, and the things that we can change, work on. You know, nothing great's going to happen overnight. It's the small, consistent changes that equal big results over time. You know, this didn't happen overnight. This literally took over 7 years of failing to get to this moment. So I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Have a great day. Bye.